name is Max.
And I'm Calvin.
And we're hosting So You Wanna Be a... Today, we're talking about a job that solves mysteries in real life.
Not like the TV detectives. These people use science to discover clues.
We're talking about forensic scientists.
The crime lab experts use fingerprints, DNA, chemistry, and clues to figure out what really happened.
So, what does a forensic scientist actually do?
They collect evidence from crime scenes, things like fingerprints, hair, footprints, and weird powders.
Then they bring everything back to the lab and run tests to figure out what the evidence actually means.
They analyze DNA, study chemicals, compare handwriting, and even match shoe prints.
They also write reports for detectives or talk in court about their findings.
Basically, they're the science brain behind solving the mystery.
So why would someone actually want to be a forensic scientist, though?
Because every day, it's like solving a new mystery.
And the smallest detail can crack a huge case, like one hair or a fingerprint.
They help catch criminals and keep innocent people safe.
The job mixes science with detective work, which is amazing. So what does a normal day of the forensic scientist look like?
Some days, they go to crime scenes and collect evidence.
Other days, they spend hours in the lab running tests.
They might examine fingerprints under special UV lights.
Or run DNA samples through giant machines that compare thousands of genetic matches.
They also talk to detectives explaining clues and patterns.
Their job is to find the truth using science, not guesses.
Max, are you ready to investigate some crazy forensic facts?
Let's do it.
Max, do you know that every single person has a completely unique fingerprint, even identical twins?
That's why fingerprints are such a powerful clue. No one else in the world has yours. Also, did you know that DNA can be matched even from teeny tiny samples, sometimes smaller than a grain of sand?
DNA is like a personal secret code inside every cell of your body. Do you know that forensic scientists sometimes use lasers or UV lights to reveal hidden fingerprints?
UV means ultraviolet, light you can't see with your eyes, but it makes invisible things glow. Did you know there's a branch of forensic science called forensic entomology, which uses insects to help solve cases?
Yep, bugs can tell scientists how long something has been somewhere because different insects arrive at different times. And here's a wild one. Every shoe print has a tiny scratch and pattern that makes it all unique.
Even two shoes of the same brand have microscopic marks, like little shoe fingerprints.
And get this, a single hair can tell a scientist what shampoo someone uses, what they ate, and even the area they've been in.
Hair is like a tiny history book that's attached to your head. How much money do forensic scientists actually make, though?
Most make between $55,000 to $100,000 a year.
Those who specialize in DNA or chemistry can earn more, though.
The demand is high because scientists keep getting better.
Every police department needs experts who can solve tough cases.
So, how do you actually become a forensic scientist?
First, you go to college and study something like biology, chemistry, or even forensic science.
Many forensic scientists also study things such as DNA analysis or crime scene investigation.
Then you train in real labs to learn how to test evidence correctly.
Some people even get a master's degree in specializing in certain areas of forensics.
And you need to practice writing reports because explaining your findings is a big part of the job.
So what can kids do now if they wanted to become a forensic scientist someday?
Learn about science, especially chemistry and biology.
Read mystery books or watch detective shows made for kids.
Practice paying attention to details like noticing tiny patterns or little differences.
Try science kits that let you analyze fingerprints or test mystery substances.
Learning how to observe things is the very first step to being a great forensic scientist. Well, alright, that's it for today's episode.
I hope you have fun learning about what it takes to be a forensic scientist.
And if you like this episode, don't forget to follow us and tell your friends.
And if you want us to talk about another amazing job, let us know.
And if you want your name and the job you want to be when you grow up featured in one of our episodes, just head to maxandcalvin.studio today.
Thank you. Goodbye.